Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar, and here's a brand new Halacha for you, and it's for Wednesday, the 9th day of September. Here we go. This year, we won't be blowing the shofar on the first day of Rosh Hashanah, and that's because it's on a Shabbos. The rabbis felt that if they allowed the shofar blowing on Rosh Hashanah, the first day when it's on Shabbos, what could happen is somebody could end up inadvertently carrying a shofar through the public area on Shabbos when you're not allowed to. He might be taking it to someone to ask, how do I do the mitzvah exactly? And so they just said, it's kind of startling, but they said, nobody blow the shofar. Nobody blow the shofar because this mistake might happen. The question that people like to ask on this decree is that it seems out of whack, because blowing the shofar is supposed to be a tremendously wonderful merit for the Jewish people to help all of our judgment be all good and wonderful for us. And here's like this one sloppy person that might end up carrying a shofar, and because of him, we just say, nobody blow the shofar, and all the merit of shofar blowing is lost to the whole Jewish people because one or two guys might by mistake carry one. Why don't we just say, it's worth it. One or two guys will have a small little aveira, small little sin, and at least the rest of us will have the merit of shofar blowing. And besides, a lot of people like to ask the question that, hey, there's an Eruv in my town. Carrying on Shabbos is allowed. So in Baltimore, where there's an Eruv, let's just allow everybody to blow shofar there, because nobody's going to carry an Eruv on Shabbos in Baltimore. And even if they do, it's allowed, because there's an Eruv around us. So why were the rabbis so, seemingly stubborn about this decree? The answer is, when you re-look at the issue, you learn something incredibly important, and that is that when one Jew does one sin, it's not a small deal. It's terrible. It's an enormously important thing that all of the Jewish people hang together and make certain that nobody, not one Jew, do any sin if we can stop it. We're willing to sacrifice all of our shofar blowing for the first day of Rosh Hashanah because of one Jew who might make a slip-up. Think of that. It kind of gives you the important feeling of how we are all tied together. And just because you want the shofar blown for your merit doesn't mean that we could expend and say, who cares if some Jew out there does a sin? It doesn't work that way. All Jews stick together, and all Jew make certain that no Jew does any sin whenever possible. That's the lesson. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.